Hi everybody, how are you doing? It's me. I'm back. I had a little episode a few nights ago. Woke up at 3 a.m. and the room was spinning. A little vertigo. I had that years ago, maybe 12 years ago. Felt like exactly the same thing. There's a name for it. Something PPV, and it's crystals that break in your ear when you get over 50. So, anyway, so it kind of offset me, but I'm glad I'm not sick. Thus far, nothing. So I pray all you guys are doing good too. Okay, so we got the basket because we got to pull for our winner for April. And then this weekend, I'll do some more of those touching bases with our loved ones on the other side. Excuse, I don't have any nails now. Let's see. Someone was telling me that Donald Trump is a germophobic, and I know a woman that she worked with him. She said he picks his nose all the time. Okay, Jeanette, she contacted me via Facebook. Jeanette, Jeanett, last name starts with a P. Okay, so I got her down. Call me at 415-246-6268, 415-246-6268. I'll put it in the box down below, and I'll let you know, you let me know, and I'll schedule you. Okay, now, I must have got 70 emails today about Cash Peters. Apparently, he put up a video, and y'all are asking me to contact him and, this and that. But here's the deal. I didn't see the video, so I don't know what his flash was. I don't interrupt other psychics with their visions, because it's just none of my business. Just like I appreciate them not interrupting me and saying, well, Linda, blah, 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 because I don't play that. So I thought about it, and I thought about contacting Cash if he needed any support on this, but I'll give him a little bit, and then, but I'm not going to discuss it because he doesn't want to discuss it. He took it off for a reason, so I'm not quite sure even what it is. I get hearsay statements what it is, but I can't get into it. As you well know, I can't get into it. It's not for me, it's hearsay. I mean, we have flashes. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. My flash I get most often than not is I'm 110 pounds wearing a bikini on the beach with Brad Pitt. But, could happen. Maybe, maybe not. Speaking of 110 pounds, I think I gained 110 pounds. Jesus Christ. So today I've been good. I've been making sure, cutting out sweets, not baking a cake just for me anymore, and trying to really, calm it down. Jesus. Okay, so we have some things. I did the pick of the name. I talked about Cash. And real quick, I really want to ask about the Kennedys. There's Kathleen Kennedy's daughter, which is Robert Kennedy's. Is she the great-granddaughter? Kathleen Kennedy, daughter and 8-year-old great-grandson disappeared. They found the boat reversed. And I'd just like to know, I don't think they're going to find him. But I'm just posting Kennedy in here just to see what's going. They had a real sad, from the guy that says, is he a congressman or a senator? She was RFK's granddaughter, so the son would be the great grandson. And She was the niece of Carrie Kennedy, who Mr. Como was married to. They have some children together, so it's all very close to home. So, and her name is Maeve, Maeve, Maeve Kennedy, and the 8-year-old son is Gideon. Very Irish, huh? The lead character on Ryan's Hope's name was Maeve. I'll never forget that. Okay, so Maeve and Gideon, where are you? Almost makes you wonder what they were doing out there. Hold on. I'm getting mixed. You know, sometimes it's hard for me to get people when they cross too soon. And I have picked up people. I know this one woman contacted me, and her son had 2 dear friends, and he was supposed to be on the trip that were mountain climbers. And she asked, you know, what's going on? They sort of, you know, vanished during a storm, but it was only like a day. I saw that they were both gone, and I saw that they would never find their bodies. And thus far, after all these years, they haven't found their bodies. And the guy was like one of the top mountain climbers of all. He was in all the magazines. So, you know, it's just like swimmers. What happened to you, sweetheart? I'm okay, she's saying to me. We're here. She gets to meet everybody. She's with grandfather. She's with the family over there. There's a cousin, too, that feels like she's happy to see, but she's very sad that her son lost his life. It was frightening. It was frightening. It wasn't instant. Feels like they struggled. May feels a little altered, so I don't know if she was drinking or took, you know, maybe pain medicine. It feels like energetically she wasn't with it. They're going to find, this is what I heard. It feels like they'll find the boy first. And then I think they'll find the bodies. They will find the bodies. But she's beautiful, and she's telling me it's absolutely beautiful here. We're fine. I'm so very sorry. It feels like an accident of some sort. It doesn't feel like anything was wrong with the boat, but it feels like maybe her son even fell in. He was playing around, and then she jumped in after him, and something happened like that because it was an accident. I'm feeling like she knew her boy had drowned, like she was trying to get him. He kind of disappeared. And in her anguish and trying to find him, she drowned too, and she'd prefer to go so she could be with him. Not a setup, not something underhanded. Nobody was out to destroy them. This was an honest-to-God accident. That's what I just heard. Okay, so we got Maeve. May their souls rest in peace. Their bodies will be found. That's what I heard, so they can have a proper funeral. Okay, God bless the Kennedys. Oh my gosh. Let's just look real quick. So poor Maeve and the little boy. Is there a curse on this family? I don't really believe in curses, but, you know, there is like, it's not curses, but it's like, sometimes you have families that come in together that did horrible things in other lifetimes, Roman kings and stuff, and the families will have issues. It's almost like, what is that word? Like payback. Karma. Pray for their souls. The family's really, really upset, and they just want everybody to know everything's okay. She was a bright light, this woman. She was really a bright light. But so it feels like either she went crazy out of her head because she was so upset about losing her son. Do you see what I'm saying? It feels like she was altered. Here's the baby. Oh, they're together. They're together. Yeah, they're together. They'll find their bodies. They're in a good place. They're happy to be where they're at. They're celebrating with family. They're celebrating with family. And Kathleen Kennedy was really something back in the day, if I recall. She was really a powerful... Isn't she RFK's first? Anyway, very happy to be. The grandparents, by the way, John and everybody, they're really taking care of everybody. So, yeah. You know, John and Robert and Teddy's there. And there's a Kathleen, but it's not the Kathleen that's still alive. So, did the Kennedys, I think they had a sister. Didn't she die in a airplane crash named Kathleen? There's a Kathleen there. She just feels like a great spirit. Joe's there. Joe Jr. Joe Sr.'s not around as much. His energy's going someplace else. Rose is there. Okay. So, what they want me to tell you guys, go ahead. You see, the thing is, the fear of death, it's like what we're going through now. That in that fear, everything's okay. It's like, yeah, we worry about dying, but, you know, those that are over there are the lucky ones. We're the ones that, you know, are stuck here. And it's not easy, you guys. This is not an easy time to be alive. So, okay, I'll tell them. Thank you. You know, I love me some John. Not John Jr., that's not him. Jacqueline's there too. But John F. Kennedy. I always get him. Jack is his name. He always says, call me Jack. This nation is under siege. And know that we are working for you. Remember the vision I had of St. Michael walking with the sword, just dragging that sword? It's almost like it's a battle, but they're battling on the other side for us, for the sake of us. So keep the prayers going, because that's positive energy. This is nothing like Catholicism or anything like that. But if that's what makes you strong in prayer, go there. If you're Buddhist or whatever, stand in well-being. We are here for you. The nation is under siege by a man that will not win. Thank you. This man will not, he's destroyed, and he still will destroy, by the way. But his time is about ended. That's what I'm talking. I need the good news. You know what I'm saying? I can't watch those press things. It's awful. Now I got the hiccups. Thank you very much. Okay, so, and then we have Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson. Poor Boris, he went in the unit. Now, everybody goes, Linda, you predicted this. I don't remember what I said. Someone said, you said he'd be the shortest prime minister. I couldn't have said that. The shortest staying prime minister, because I don't know how long prime ministers stay. I know nothing about the history of prime ministers. So I talked to my friend Dan today, and he said he remembered that I saw it wasn't good for him, that he wouldn't be around, maybe kicked off or something. Gosh, I hope he doesn't die. But Boris, tell me how you're doing, Boris. He's in the unit. They're doing everything possible they can. They will intubate him. Heard that as clear as day. I think the baby's going to be okay. Because, you know, sometimes real bad fevers will cause brain issues with infants in utero. Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson. He feels so weak. He's lost a lot of weight. He really is sorry, you guys, that he told everybody what he told them. He absolutely, I'm telling you, that's like if Trump gets sick right now. He's really going to be sorry for what he said about trying to poo-poo this. Because that's exactly what he did. And he's not that good of a guy. Boris isn't. He's going to struggle, you guys. He's struggling. Now listen, I'm not seeing death, but I'm seeing that he gets pretty sick and he may have some lingering. And this is the other problem with that virus. It'll cause heart problems and lung problems. So it feels like it's really hard. In fact, he may have to step down because he's so sick. Like it's just too hard to rally. He's really disappointed. It's just like he was finally there and now he has to let it go. He wants to come back, but he did this to himself. He knows that. And he really wants to see that baby. I think he really likes this girlfriend. She doesn't want him to go either. She's upset about this. But this will change him, you guys. Listen, if he lives through this, does he come out the other end a totally changed person? Acts decent, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily kind of knowing his soul was touched, and he's got a change coming up, big time. So if it's change that he's no longer in the body or change that he has to release his status, but it's really tough. Okay, so we did Boris. Now, Scotus, 5-4, said Wisconsin can have delayed ballots for June. They got to do it tomorrow. Now, I want to tell you something. Everybody was upset. Didn't I tell you? Now, I know Justice Roberts. Didn't I tell you we were going to be upset? Somebody's doing my numbers now. She's going back to all my other videos. I said that Justice Roberts was going to do something that was going to disappoint us, number one, but also do something that we're all like, whoa, he went on our side. He did something good for us. So, Justice Roberts, just for you to know, FYI, is very, very, he's one of those types that believes if you get a date for voting, that's what you do. I don't know what they call him, but they call him something. So, Wisconsin has to vote. Now, this is my first hit. I'm going to look at the cards too. My first hit was like, don't worry. I see enough people actually struggling and getting that done. I see them following, 6 feet away. It's going to be a hell of a show, but they're going to do it. And I also see that Wisconsin, don't worry, because they're going to vote in November. By the way, there's no virus in November. So it's going to be fantastic. They're going to come out and make sure that they vote Trump out so they can get rid of those people in the Supreme Court. Because we're going to get rid of Kavanaugh. Do not forget that prediction. Kavanaugh is going to be kicked out. So yeah, we're disappointed in him, and he knows it's wrong too. I feel like he knows this isn't normal circumstances. This is horrible circumstances. So you're making it so people can't, but he's a stickler on you got to vote when you got to vote. Doesn't matter. This one, it's a primary. It's going to be okay, you guys. It's going to be okay. I actually see people going into Wisconsin, masks and everything, making sure people can vote. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of complaints. Oh, yeah. People are looking at this like it's evil. People are looking at this like it's evil. Whoo! Their no vote is costing them. People are going to be... Now, listen, I was telling my friend Dan today, and I'm going to tell you guys, I see mass marching. Now, I don't know when this will occur. I don't know if Trump throws something else. I see people, maybe it's because of the jobs and, the economy, but I see people just are done. It could be because they find out that he's putting his paws in that 500 million or billion? And it does feel like he's definitely working on the corporate side. He could care less about the average guy. And Trump's going to do something, which he's always doing, that I see masses, and I think I told you guys this before, remind me if I did, massive people marching, like, get rid of him. Lock him up. He's going to know it's pretty bad. Because remember the look on his face at that baseball game when everybody was like, boo? That's what's going to happen. So I saw masses of people. I see people going totally against this particular Scotus. I see as soon as this new president comes in, the new administration, they're like, you, out of here. It's just going to be a beautiful thing. And those judges that they save for life, you watch, they're going to say, no, you can't do that. Nope, I'm president. I'm going to do like Trump, whatever I want to do. By executive order, I order all of them to be gone. Bye. So he's going to get rid of the riffraff because there's some sick people in there. Okay, so don't you all worry about that. That's going to happen. Okay? Now, let's look at the hydrochloroquin. Is that, Trump has money in that. And so those of you had asked if Jared and Trump are in, they're making money. They're behind the scenes, hustling, doing what they have to do. And I know it's very sad, but that's who he is. And he barely won. He's not some great guy. And somebody said he really is thinking he should win the Nobel Peace Prize for basically saving the United States for medicine. You know what I'm saying? This is weird. This guy is just if it wasn't so pathetic how many people he's killing, it's pathetic. It's awful. And blood is on his hands, just like my vision. Blood is on his hands. Okay, so tell me about this hydrochoroquin. They just said no. No, this isn't the answer. No. In fact, there's testing to prove that it's no. This is not the one. He's over there pushing it. It's not the one. Yep, he's making money from this. He's just worried about cashing it. He's going to end up with an overstock. So there is something that's going to come and help you guys. That I can tell you. And maybe this stuff helps some people to go. It's not as positive as this other stuff. And I think it might be the antigens or antibodies or whatever they get out of the blood. But I see them coming up with something. Fortunes will change. The fortune will change. We're going to be in a better position. I'm telling you, this guy's getting ready. This Trump guy is just like, he's going to end up with a stockload of this and not being able to do much with it. So, they're doing new stuff, like there's new stuff coming up. So it could even be by May that there's like something that they say, hey, we've got this, and right now it's looking good. I do see even other countries coming in and doing some positive stuff. But as far as this particular medicine, it may help some people, but it's not the big. He's ordering it because he's making money from it, you guys. That's the bottom line. Maybe that's what comes up. Maybe people are like, you know what? That guy was willing to let us hang so he could make sure he got his medicine in there. Because I see people marching. Of course, it's after this is over. I see people marching saying he's got to go. He has got to go. Now, listen, a friend of mine gave me Linda Goodman's pendulum. Any of you guys remember Linda Goodman was an astrologer, to the stars. She had Linda Goodman's Sun Signs book. I think I used to read it all the time. Anyway, so I got her pendulum. And I thought I'd play with it and see if I got anything. So this is what I got. I'm telling you via pendulum. I got that Trump will be voted out. That's what I got. He might not stay till January because he's so pissed he got voted out. I also get a very strong feeling that he will try to do as much damage as he can before he has to go. I don't care what he screams, he's going. People will be dancing in the streets. It's going to be such a slap in his face. He really thinks he's something he's not. But it's going to take a while to clean up this mess, you guys, because he's making a mess. He's making a mess. Okay, now I want to ask about Captain Corzier. Captain Corzier. the captain of the, is it the Roosevelt? Out by Guam. He lives in my city. He's currently positive of the COVID. And he's the one that really wanted the guys to be helped, and they weren't paying attention, so he had to go out loud. And those 8,000 men were just like, they love him. So this other guy, Secretary of the Navy or whatever, talked on a speaker he went on the ship and talked about how stupid Crozier is. I hope I'm saying his name right. And you could hear the men groaning, like, you got to be kidding me. So, you know, this guy, this captain, he's not going to die, by the way. He's going to do just fine. But he will be like a Navy Cross recipient. And he'd probably be some bigwig within the administration. Trust me, trust me. A lot of these people that got pushed out will be part of this administration coming in. Because they know they're heroes and they know they'll do a good job. So they're just biding their time. They're kicking back and watching this story, but trust me. When they leave, like the IG that got kicked out, and he's saying, the only reason I got fired was because I did my job. And that is true. But it doesn't matter, because this asshole is just going to keep doing what he's doing. Sorry about the word, but that's true. But I'm going to tell you, all this will be mended. All this is going to come back. He's not going to get away with this much longer. Him and Barr are sitting in there. But I also saw like big wigs. Remember I used to tell you, sitting around in a circle? I see people talking about taking them out. Not killing them. But, you know, filing something like, this guy's crazy. We got to get rid of him because he's costing so many people jobs and lives. It's just really sad. Okay, so, Captain, what's the outcome for you? The guys love him because he did what he had to do. You know, it's all prim and proper and you're supposed to follow rules. But what's his face in chief? Smorgasbord in chief didn't think twice about that guilty Navy guy. He didn't think twice about interrupting on that and pardoning him. No, he could do that. But you know what? You're supposed to follow the rules with him. Oh, yeah. He's got a wonderful family, by the way, that really love him. He's kind of upset right now, you guys. He doesn't really want, I think people are begging for interviews. Rachel Maddow. But he's not going there right now. He's going to keep his mouth shut, but he will be brought back in and beloved. One of the kindest men. That's what I got, okay? His heart is broken, though, because the way they did this was real underhanded, and he loves his job, but he's going to be like the fleet master. He's going to be a big wig. He's going to be sitting up there. We'll be toasting his happy butt. Okay, now somebody asked me to ask Seema Verma. She works for the Trump administration. Is she the woman that takes Trump down? Somebody wanted me to ask. Seema Verma. You guys want me to tell you? Because I had never heard of her. But apparently she's a bigwig. Okay, Seema Verma. She's an American health policy consultant, okay? And since March 2017, administrator of the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Service serving the Trump administration. She's a Pisces. So, what's her controversy? Reported her role, approved communication subcontracts worth more than $2 million of taxpayer funds on Republican-connected communication consultants and other expenses to boost her visibility and public image. She clashed with acting HHS Secretary Alex Azar over the plans to replace Obamacare, and who will get credit for those efforts. Okay, so she filed a claim for a hostile work environment. So she don't mess, okay? Just that she's working for Trump. You know, anybody that works for Trump's got to go. Is she the woman that takes him down? I just heard no. I just heard no. She's struggling with this job and she's not happy with what's going on, but she's bringing truth and light to things. She's actually bringing light. She's opening up the door. She's making people see the truth. But she's not the one that brings Trump down. She's not. I think the woman that was going to be the thorn in Trump's side was Nancy Pelosi. That's what I think. I think that she's done the job and she's still working behind closed doors, doing everything she can to make sure that they rip him in half. Yeah. Okay. Remember, those men are sitting around talking about it. What they can do. What can be revealed. Okay, so let's just see for this month. Donald Trump, is anything coming up? A whistleblower? Something? Well, do we need more? Hello. Donald Trump. It's raining outside, you guys. It's been raining for days here. Oh, and then somebody had something on my Facebook with this woman that is in a yellow gown with one of those hats and her hair is sticking out. She has long hair and it's sticking out. And she's talking about how the coronavirus is a fraud and that they say it lives 8 days. That's a bunch of, she starts laughing. And the way she was talking, number one, you can tell she wasn't educated in medicine. And number two, you don't, with those caps, you got to put all your hair in. They don't let you have hair hanging out. And I knew that this gal was a fraud. And this is the first time I ever reported anybody on YouTube. Never have I done that. But it was like, I feel that she's doing a disservice and she's literally straight out lying. It may be, she's not the scientist, so she has no right to tell people it's a fraud. It's for real, you guys. What's going to happen in the month? And I also need to do Rush, but I'll do him next at another date, maybe tomorrow. My friend wanted to know, I guess he's really talking trash and causing chaos and, anything he can do for his master. April. Donald J. Trump. I can't watch him talk. I can't even go there. He lies about the stuff that they're going to give people. He says yes, and then he does it. He's a liar. Unfortunately. You can't trust him for nothing. And thank God for the news media, huh? They tell us the truth. He's happy about something. I imagine it's because the stock market went up somewhat. It's going to go down again. But, I've told you guys it's not going to be as bad as 2008. There's a lot of death around him, so he's not liking that. He's got the Knight of Swords in his house, so he's looking at behind the scenes making money. So he's trying to gather up money. He wants to make money. He might know he has to go, so he's like gathering up money. Justice is coming for him. It's not this month, but justice is a-coming for him, okay? Justice is a-coming for him. And I've been telling you guys till I'm blue in the face. And he will be shamed when he goes. It's not something that, sure, his people will still like him, but there's a lot of people going to not like him. And remember what I said about Florida. And right now, 50% of the people aren't for him, and that's big. Because he was like, Florida loved him. But Florida will turn around because they're going to struggle really hard. And they're, the elderly. And they're just going to say, nope, you were wrong. Okay? All right, you guys. You take care. Ciao.